Welcome to That's Good Sports. I am Brandon. I have to admit, Browns versus Bengals Thursday night football was more entertaining than expected Perna. I also have to admit the new photos leaked for the Christian McCaffrey GQ magazine will make you question everything you think you know about your sexuality. And also what time period Run CMC actually exists in. Joe Burrow might end up being the best rookie quarterback to lose 16 games, and the Browns are going to bounce between contenders and pretenders every other week like an overinflated basketball. Today, I will give you the key takeaways from Thursday Night Football, and I will give Christian McCaffrey appropriate names for all of his modeling looks and a couple other NFL things. Let's get sports. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. I do NFL news updates a lot, so if you're into that stuff, this is the right fit for you. Today's episode, though, is sponsored by Raycon and the Everyday E25 earbuds. Next to the affordable price of Raycons compared to other premium wireless earbuds, my favorite thing about them is their noise isolating fit. What does that mean? It means they fit so nicely in your ear caverns that they block out a surprising amount of external noise. I have a new baby at home, and the only way I have been able to fall asleep at night is with my Raycons popped in. If I can't sleep, I can't write terrible football jokes for you in these videos. I even bought a pair of the Everyday E25s for my writing partner, Will, because he was complaining about the paper-thin walls in his apartment. I'll let you imagine what he was hearing. So, go to buyraycon.com/thatsgood, select the Everyday E25 earbuds, pick a color that suits your mood, and then use these bad boys to listen to my show and my show only. Or whatever else you enjoy listening to. Raycon, do it. Alright, here's what we done learned from the Browns-Bengals game. Head coach Zach Taylor, who I think is actually a year younger than Joe Burrow, is going to throw the ball more than a shit ton, which mathematically speaking is a fuckload this season. Joe Burrow, or as he's known in Mexico, Jose Donkey, set a rookie QB passing record for most completions at 37 on 61 attempts. When you throw it 61 times, you are bound to have some gems, like this one Burrow slang to Tyler Boyd in the end zone. The Bengals, they have their quarterback. All of the things Burrow does wrong on the field are due to inexperience in the NFL. Holding onto the ball a little too long, taking sacks when he should throw it away. All those things he will correct with more game reps. His biggest enemy, though, is the Bengals organization. Can they put a good team around him, a good offensive line in front of him? Can they sign an old receiver everyone loved to create the perfect football catcher group? No, not Chad Johnson. I'm talking about the dream pairing of CJ Uzomah and TJ Houshmandzadeh. Imagine getting to say both of those names every week. Unfortunately, that won't happen because Uzomah tore his Achilles in this game and is done for the season. That might make tight end Drew Sample a must-add in your fantasy league. Sure, the sample size is small, but he was the only guy who actually made a one-handed grab in this game. Not Odell. Had the Bengals signed fullback Andy Janovich instead of the Browns, maybe Cincy wins their second game of the season and prevents poor Joe Burrow from losing back-to-back games for the first time in his football career, dating back to high school. Andy Jano paved the way for Nick Chubb's first touchdown run. Yes, this is a big dick run by the aptly named Chubb, but dear God, one of the dumb things the Broncos did this offseason was let the perfect specimen of a man in Andy Janovich go to Cleveland. Browns, treasure this man, and just know he cuts balls off, eats manwiches, blows up defenders, and most importantly, start funding your cloning program now, because what you need?
Love Jano. Jano to me, if we had 22 Janos, we would be all right.
It's 22 Janos. Randy Bullock's leg healed very quickly. I'm not going to insult him for faking an injury after a terrible miss last week. In fact, I think he's onto something. I would fake an injury after every kick if I were a kicker. It makes every field goal look more impressive, and every miss has a built-in excuse. It's the Ben Roethlisberger approach to kicking. Now, Kevin Stefanski finally got Baker Mayfield rolling out, and Mayfield dropped a fucking dime, rolling left and then hitting a streaking Odell Beckham Jr. for the diving touchdown. Note, no poop reference by me on that throw, but you know who did make one? Pro Football Focus. When PFF makes a reference to human duty, you know that shit's going to follow you for a long time. My question is, what will OBJ be more famous for in 10 years? One-handed catches or the thing he allegedly likes in bed? Both are already overplayed. Now, play action worked for the Browns because Nick Chubb was untackleable. Sure, he got stuffed on the goal line repeatedly like a Build-A-Bear. Remember those? But Cleveland's defense answered by stripping Burrow of the ball by the supple, gentle hands of Myles Garrett, which then gave the Browns the touchdown they should have scored before we learned Nick Chubb could indeed be stopped. Not to be outdone, though, the Bengals displayed 3 of their very own worst plays with 1st and goal to go from the 1, losing yards every snap until settling for a field goal. There was nothing more representative of a Browns-Bengals ball game than watching both offenses fail with a 1st and goal on the 1-yard line. The Browns had 3 rushing touchdowns in this game, 2 from Chubb, plus a tutty from Hunt on 10 carries for 86 yards, over 200 ground yards total, and still, everyone was like, Odell is back, with his 1 touchdown catch on 4 receptions. How he draws so much attention all the time is truly impressive. Cleveland found the formula, though, for success if they stick to it. Run the ball, and then play action so Baker can make easy throws. His pro comparison should have been Jake the Snake Plumber. Here's the kicker, and why I am back on the Browns could sneak, and I really emphasize the word sneak, into the playoffs this year. Their defensive front looked very good. They had 3 sacks, held Joe Mixon, who people still tell me is one of the best backs in the league, even though I have never personally witnessed it, to 46 yards on 16 rushes. They were also without cornerback Greedy Williams, cornerback Kevin Johnson, linebacker Jacob Phillips, linebacker Mac Wilson, and defensive end Olivier Vernon. The Browns' defense might be very serviceable if they can get to full strength, especially if Sheldon Richardson keeps sitting quarterbacks down like they're kindergartners. My other takeaway is that the Chargers might be the worst NFL team to win Week 1. Their offense looked horrible against that Bengals defense. The same Bengals defense the Browns steamrolled with their rushing attack. LA lost center Mike Pouncey for the season this week, and now we sit back and wait for the quarterback taken right after Burrow in Justin Herbert, and ask every week, when will he start? So from the new Chargers to the old, this is a weird segue. According to a Vice.com article, scientists have discovered a 100-million-year-old sperm fossil that has been preserved in amber, the color of our energy. This is great news because scientists have already contacted Phillip Rivers and Antonio Cromartie, 2 pro athletes known to have the strongest sperm on Earth, and asked if they could splooge into some amber in case humanity is on the verge of extinction, Children of Men style. The Rivers Cromartie is what scientists will rename every river on Earth when those 2 men repopulate all of humanity. Now, Luke Lifeste posted these pics of Christian McCaffrey for October's issue of GQ magazine. If I were Run CMC's agent, I'm not sure this would be the direction I went with his image. It makes Christian look way too serious, and like he makes the majority of his income as a male stripper or a gigolo. Naturally, I decided to name each of these looks. You have to name your looks. That's what Zoolander taught us. And it taught me so much more than that, really. Look number 1, though, is the Angel Wedgie. Look 2, Boardwalk Simp Ire, or Sleepy Paperboy. It was a long day delivering papers, but I'm ready to service you, Mrs. Robinson. And Mr. Robinson. Look number 3, I call this Dallas Cowboys. Look number 4, the tea bag breakfast. This will be known as the worst PR decision McCaffrey's ever made. I get it though, when you become rich and have a very hot woman in your life, you think you can take photos like this and nobody will make fun of you. That's just not true, Christian. You have to be more careful than ever. Otherwise, a-holes like me will see this and title it Sexy Constipated. And then you're gonna wonder why Odell Beckham is blowing up your DMs. Oh my God, when will we stop with these Odell jokes? We have to stop. We have to. Can we all agree to stop? I will do my best. To conclude though, I present the opposite of Sexy Constipated. Body by Taco Bell, Matthew Judon giving out fake promo codes for Lamar Jackson merch.
Flock Nation, what it is. So my promo code, Judon99 on newerapparel.com is up right now. So y'all go, the man.
Hey, look, y'all definitely gotta pay. Y'all definitely gotta pay
But the promo code, 50% off all merch.
Oh, no.
20?
For what?
20% off?
No, definitely not.
20% off all merch. Go in there right now. Shop New Era.
I don't know, for my money, on a team full of great personalities, Matthew Judon might be the funniest guy there. So please try and buy Action Jackson merch with this promo code. Tell me if it works. That's not a sponsorship or anything, I just want to know. Also, if the Browns are in fact a decent football team, how fucking good are the Ravens right now? Sorry, I said that wrong. How good are the AFC 2020 Super Bowl representative Ravens? That's my AFC pick. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Sports. Please subscribe here on YouTube. I'm on